Hi everyone, welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. I'm here to do a reading for whoever needs it. We are in a Mercury retrograde as I'm recording this. Of course, this message is timeless. Whenever it finds you, if it resonates, then take it. But in the moment, I am feeling a lot of energy that is kind of bottled up and wanting to move or find pathways to move. There's a lot of pressure that's building up here as we get to the end of the year. And I feel like, if anyone out there is feeling like I'm feeling, it can be really uncomfortable. The sort of the pause in flow. It's almost like there's a temporary dam that has been put into place as we do what we need to do to sort of bring in the information that's going to guide the next 20 years or so for the collective. It's requiring a lot of reflection. It's kind of like it's kind of like when you are putting something together or doing a project and you save the most difficult piece for last. And now this is like the time where it's like the fine tuning, the real delicate, intricate pieces of our healing and of our visioning that are going to drive us forward. So I hope y'all are doing well out there, navigating these waters, this terrain. It does feel very much like sort of incoming. It's like a lot of information coming in at the same time with not a lot of space to go, because it's meant for us to integrate it into our process, allow it to inform our own evolutions. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but we're going to hop in with some cards. I've got a bunch of decks in front of me, so I'm just going to flow with it, go with it, see where we go. And let's get some messages for whoever needs it. Message for the collective. It's like a massive in-between right now. It's a massive in-between, but it's not meant to be like a latent. I don't know if that's the right word, or maybe like static. It's not meant to be like a static in-between. There's work that we're doing as we find ourselves in the solitude of our healing. There's work that we're doing to integrate important information, but you have to be able to hear it or acknowledge what you're hearing. You have to be able to acknowledge what you're hearing here in this energy. When you can acknowledge what you're hearing, it actually makes it makes this in-between time less uncomfortable. Okay. I'm learning that too. I guess I needed to hear that. Acknowledge what you're hearing and it'll make the in-between time less uncomfortable. Anything else from this deck? I'll take that. Okay. So you have feel your emotions as they arise, realizations. This is what I'm saying. There are these new understandings that are coming online. Understandings about who you are, understanding about your wounding, because I think that's that's like one of the most integral parts of the healing process, is understanding the point of your wounding, right? And how that has sort of expressed itself in your life, right? And when you can sort of get underneath of that and get to wrap yourself around that a little bit, it's like then you can really feel your emotions and feel through them, right? There are things that perhaps, you know, again, it's like that fine tuning. It's those last little pieces that you save to the very end that are sometimes the most difficult, sometimes the most intricate, sometimes the most subconscious or unconscious, that are now sort of like being called up as we process this new information. It says, have purpose. Your journey is worthwhile. Your journey is worthwhile. It's like, thank you. This is about like accepting each part of the journey as you're on it. Like allowing yourself to be where you are in your journey, right? It's all purpose driven, right? If you are walking in your destined path, or you feel that you're walking in your destined path, you feel like the actions that you're taking and the intentions that you're setting are guided by a higher calling, right? If you feel like that is sort of where you're at in life, regardless of how rocky it might get or be, like how like difficult the terrain is as you traverse it on your journey, it's exactly where you're supposed to be, right? The shapes of these rocks are the shapes of these rocks on the balls of your feet they're giving you it's like giving you important information about the shape of the road ahead, or how to navigate the road ahead, or like what you're capable of on the road ahead even. See what I'm saying? It's like there's all this information that's coming through wherever you are on the journey, as long as it feels like you're moving in response to a higher calling, moving in response to inner guidance. Yeah, there's some things that are bubbling up here in this Mercury retrograde that maybe that have sort of been in the way far back bin at the back of the closet, and like it's coming up, like you got to pull it out. You got to pull that bin out now. It's finally time to go through that bin. Let's see. You have into the unknown, underworld depth, courage, facing your fears. Yeah, you're getting into that bin. You're going to dig in. You're digging into some of those, some of your subconscious beliefs are being revealed to you right now. But then you're also digging into sort of like what truly has been driving certain habits, actions, behaviors, thought processes. Like what's at the root or the genesis of those things. You're like you're getting into it now, and because you're at a point here where you are being where you have to feel through your emotions. Like you're on the journey, you're walking forward, the rocks are there, you're gonna have to walk over the rocks in order to get to where you're going. But again, you're getting information, like it's coming. I'm getting it like through the balls of your feet. So I don't know if you might want to do like a massage on the balls of your feet to like relieve some sort of like, I don't know, tension, maybe something like that, something with the balls of your feet. Information coming through the balls of your feet. Maybe you do acupuncture. Can you put acupuncture in the balls of your feet? Like or reflexology. Might want to look into reflexology. I don't know, something. But it's like because you're at a spot now where you have to feel through the emotions. Like that's the only this is the only way, because the emotions are coming up, they're arising, but it's also giving you a little bit of sort of relief from drive. Like it's almost like you were going at it dry. I don't know. Like they're saying like it was something was dry. Something was dry, or like I don't know. You were trying to do something without feeling through this last bit of emotion was actually going to be way more difficult. And now that you're allowing the emotions to come forth, wow, a healing lagoon. The healing lagoon, it says rejuvenate, recovery, it's time to heal, it's safe to stop. It's safe to stop. It's safe to stop sort of like holding back, or like stuffing something in a container. It's safe to feel through it now. It's safe to feel through it so that you can, continue on your journey, and it doesn't have to be as difficult. You're getting over these rocks, and you're getting a little bit of lubrication, the healing lagoon, rejuvenation, recovery. Okay? Take it how it resonates. Let's get the spiritual awakening, the law that wants to come through. Some of you you need to drink more water here. Some of you need to drink more water as you're moving through this, especially to help decalcify your pineal gland. Cat's claw. I don't really know what that is or what that does. Maybe it helps to decalcify the pineal gland. I don't know, cat's claw, or something about your cat's claw. Something's wrong with your cat's claw. I don't know. That's a very random message, but woo. The law of attraction. Love it. Here we are. The law of attraction. Embody the highest version of yourself. That's what I'm saying. You are at a point where you're at a point in the journey that doesn't feel like the law of attraction is necessarily working. But it's because of the emotional blockage here that's being released. So surrender to the release of the emotional blockage. When it comes up to be felt, allow yourself to feel it. don't put the box back in the closet. Because feeling through it is going to, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's going to like, it's like, I don't know, like grease the valves of your heart or something like that. It's going to allow, I don't know, it's like, it's going to allow you to realize new things about yourself that sort of allow for your recovery. Use your imagination to create your dreams into reality. Thank you. When you allow for these emotions to flow, you have your imagination opens up too. Because part of the reason why this is so rocky and arid is because you're like, the visualization is off. I think I said that in the beginnings, like something like we're in between, like an in-between time for movement and for visualizations. Like everything is like, I don't know. I said something like that maybe. And then you have the law of time. You have the ability to bend time with the power of perception. It's like not really recognizing how much power that you do have in this moment, how much power that you have in this moment to attract what you want, to create and co-create what you want, and then also to like do it in a way, like do it in the way so that the world starts reflecting that higher version of yourself now. It's like, it's almost like the world, thank you, the physical environment is not reflecting the higher version of yourself, but you're also not recognizing how powerful that higher version of yourself is. You don't understand the power of that higher version of yourself. It's kind of like, it's giving me like, kind of like distorted body image, but it's like distorted spiritual body image a little bit. Like you don't understand the power that you have when you sort of allow yourself to get back past this emotional blockage. This emotional blockage is kind of like that last thing, that fine tuning that is happening, but before the breakthrough. Let's get some tarot. See if the Ace of Swords comes out. Emperor, Magician. Showing me, I'm seeing all these major arcana cards because it's the in-between time. It's the in-between times. The in-between times? Is that from a movie? The in-between times? I don't know. I have to look that up. Or put it in the comments if you do know. But because it's in the in-between times, what happens next? If you are on that journey that is like guided by a higher calling, guided by your higher self, or at least that is the intention, right? What happens next is inevitably like a major transition. So this is why they're showing me all these major arcana cards. It's a major collective transition happening, but it happens after we each individually sort of like go through that dusty box in the back of the closet and do the fine tuning that we need to do. Hello. See, it's like a tower. Autumn cards fell. I'm going to leave those ones on the floor. I'm not even going to mess with them. I'm just going to leave them down there. Just going to leave them there. We have one that fell right here. See, look at this. It's the Nine of Swords. Or is it the 9? No, it's the 10 of Swords, excuse me. There's a healing that needs to happen here. It's this is what's in that dusty box. That one hurt that you know that if you feel like that, if you allow it to come up, it's It's heavy, it stings, but it needs to, but you also, there's an understanding that it needs to be felt through. Like there's an awareness of that. There's an awareness of that. Something needs to be felt through. Because once you feel through it, like these knives are actually not piercing the body at all. These swords are not piercing the body. Once you allow yourself to feel through it, you can be released from it mentally and allow yourself to sort of maneuver out of it and into sort of a more in-flow future. The Ace of Cups. Beautiful. The Ace of Cups. An in-flow future. Where like you recognize how worthwhile the journey is, your journey is, your participation in the collective journey is. It's like if there's something about like feeling through this, whatever this despair is, this deep despair that's in the dusty bin. There's something about finally feeling through it, allowing yourself to feel through it, that opens up these floodgates of love, floodgates of self-love, floodgates of divine love expressed, floodgates of all kinds of abundant reciprocal love, universal love shining on you. And shining on you as you feel through it, because it feels like, it feels like this is the point, the in-betweenness, right? The in-betweenness, this is the point where it's like feel, you have to feel through the despair, feel through the frustration, allow yourself to release yourself from this mental, something that is like a mental grip, because it's supposed to flow through the heart. Woo! The Ten of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Hello. Like intuitively, you know what is going to be built here with this Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is about legacy. The Ten of Pentacles is about longevity. The Ten of Pentacles is like long-term investments, long-term commitments that grow. High Priestess, the most intuitive card in the deck. High Priest, High Priestess, whatever. But the one who knows. The Keeper of Secrets. Here's the thing. It's kind of like the vision after the in-between has even been kept a secret from you. It's been kept in the dusty bin with whatever this despair is that is coming up to be felt through now. It's coming up to be felt through to sort of restore your faith that the journey is worthwhile, right? To allow you to heal and rejuvenate your spirit body. To heal your spiritual body image. King of Wands, leader, to gain confidence, to be a leader in your life, to take the reins, because it's like whatever's been in this bin has been controlling you, because it's controlling you mentally. It's controlling you mentally because it didn't have anywhere to go, because your heart was closed off to it. Now that you're at this point in the in-between where the rubber meets the road, and it's either like allow your heart to feel through it, or be walking on the rocks on the balls of your feet for the rest of forevermore, when it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. It's time to heal. It's finally time to heal, and it's safe to stop reliving whatever this is, whatever this despair is in your head. It's safe to stop reliving it, to free yourself from it, to unwind yourself. Five of Pentacles, lack mindset, disappointment. This is disappointment. This is feeling abandoned, feeling left out, feeling, this is destitution. Feeling like there's never enough, or there won't be enough, or or that you yourself are not enough. That's confusion here with this Seven of Cups. These are all things that are sort of in that dusty box that come along with whatever this is. This feels like a point of impact, or perhaps several points of impact that have sort of like locked you up, or made or put you in a position where you felt like you had to lock up your heart and throw away the key or something like that. And that and once you did that, it's like once you did that, that's when the journey started getting difficult. That's when it was that's when the terrain got real rocky, and you was like, oh wait, why are my feet hurting all of a sudden? Like everything was going well. It was like Dr. Scholl's out that joint, and now all of a sudden you're on all this rocky terrain, and it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because you're being asked to recognize that you have a whole bunch of stuff in that dusty box. Actually, it's not even like a whole bunch of stuff. You know? It's just the fine points. It's the real fine points of healing here. The real fine points that have been that thing that's been keeping you here in this Five of Pentacles, in this mindset of destitution, that's for some manifesting in practicality and keeping you away from this inner knowing. This inner knowing that's unlocking right now what the true destiny is here, Ten of Pentacles. What the true legacy is here. The information that's coming in, High Priestess, the information that's coming in so that it can be processed, so that heart space can be unlocked, so that you can get back into flow on the journey. The terrain doesn't have to be that rocky, but it's being called up. Thank you. They're reminding me. They're talking to me about. They're showing me Jesus Christ walking on. Y'all, I'm gonna get this all wrong. I don't know. Walking on the road to Galilee? Calvary? I don't know. They're showing me him walking on holding the cross, but on the bare feet with the bloody feet. They're showing me bloody feet, and it's like that's how it feels right now. It feels like that right now. Feels like that, that somehow there's been abandonment or forsaken, or it's not happening. It's not destitution, but you've been holding this for so long. You've been holding it for so long. Ace of Wands. The energy shift. It's the energy shift. This the breaking of this dam here that sort of gives you back full access to your heart space. It releases you from this energy of destitution and allows you an opportunity to step into new energy, fresh start, rejuvenation, movement again. Thank you. Movement again with this Ace of Wands. Moving forward. Communication starts up again. Eight days, 8 weeks, the 8th of the month. The 8th of the coming month. for some of you. Could be important. You could be seeing 888 a lot. When you're seeing 888 a lot, it means that whatever you're doing is like on path. It's on right path. You're bringing yourself closer into the end of the cycle, finding yourself in better flow. Ooh. It's like things got hard and you didn't stop when it got hard to be like, why is this getting more difficult? It's like you didn't realize it until your feet started bleeding, until the balls of your feet started bleeding and hurting real bad. You didn't realize it. The Queen of Swords keeps being at the bottom of the deck. Sort of cutting out things that simply are not serving you here. That whatever this despair is, whatever this is, whatever's in the dusty bin, cutting, like it's time. So you don't have to carry that bin too. You don't want to carry the bin with you. As long as you got stuff in it, you're going to have to carry it with you. Some of you, once you go through this bin, you unlock new spiritual gifts. That's the information. There's the Magician. The Justice card, karmic balancing. And then the Queen of Cups, intuition. Thank you. Yeah, you unlock new spiritual gifts. Some of you unlock new spiritual gifts as you sort through whatever's in this bin. And also, like, if it's not new spiritual gifts, you just come into a new space of self-love. And then, like, things start to work out. You know what I mean? Things start to work out. You become better aligned with your intuition. Because if you feel like your intuition is shouting, like, destitution, it's destitution for you, there's something that's off here. There's something that's off here, right? And the something that's off has to do with whatever this betrayal is. It could be betrayal. It could be, it could just be a series of misfortunate events. You know what I'm saying? Just a series of unfortunate events that have resulted in an air of despair that was put in a box to be dealt with later. And you're at later. You're at the fine-tuning point. Because look how beautiful the ahead time. Look where you're going. You're going here. This is going forward, moving forward fast, quickly, right? And look how beautiful. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, this karmic balancing. Getting what you truly deserve. Not what you've sort of convinced yourself that is all you're going to get. Something like that. I don't know. There's something like that. It's like that but that blockage is being removed as you air out the box. And and the vision is restored. Thank you. See that card says vision? I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says vision. The vision is restored. The blockage is removed and the vision is restored. Eight of Discs, dedication, and you can rededicate yourself to this journey. Rededicate yourself to this journey, and it won't be as difficult. It'll go in cycles. There's the Tower card. Didn't I say at the beginning when I dropped all them cards? It's a tower. It's a tower. It's a major change. It's a major change. The major transitional point. The other side of this. That finds you like really taking the reins of your life. And there's the Ace of Swords right under the Tower. Taking the reins of your life and really like sort of running with your breakthrough. And then the Death card, transformation. More clarity because it's like there's not a part of you that's locked up in a box. Let's do a shaman's dream this time to wrap this up. This is a long one, so whoever watched this, wow, thank you. Are there? I'm sure there's like a box emoji. If there's a box, put a box. If there's not a box, put a square. But you're opening it up. And when you open up the box, you kind of get the gift of freeing your heart. You get the gift of freeing your heart. Ooh, it just flipped over in the deck. I'm going to show you. It's flipped over. I'm going to take it. It's the wind card. 63, that's a 9. That's the end. This is it. This in between time is actually the end. It's the end, and then the change comes. The wind, the change blows in, allows you to be light enough to blow in the other direction, to blow into your evolution, to blow into your breakthrough, to be floated into your breakthrough. But you got to be light enough. Can't be light with that box or whatever's in it. And thank you. A lot of the stuff that when you put it in there, a lot of the stuff when you put it in the box, you put it in as one thing, and then it's morphed itself into these distortions, right? Into the confusion. It's morphed itself into distortions. And so that's why it's like the hesitancy to open that box, because you're not even going to recognize some of the stuff that you put in there. But like, you'll know what it is. You'll know what it is. You'll know where it comes from. You'll understand the genesis, and you'll be able to feel through it so that you can heal through it, so that you can get back into flow. Okay, 63. Can't even get to the page. They don't want me to read it. Okay. 63. It says, the symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are different qualities bestowed by each. South, carrying a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. West, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires. North, moving to bring you wisdom and strength. And East, carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message, which the wind whispers or shouts, is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exultation in moving toward it and receiving its lessons. When the spirit of the wind comes calling, it's a sign of change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something. Perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic, and now that you've gained greater clarity, you can make a new choice. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and to have clear communication with others at this time. Ideas are solid, and the shift that is being called for is in the highest good of all. All right, y'all. That's the message that I have. I hope it resonated with somebody out there. Thank you so much if you watched this far. But even if you didn't, you know I love you still. And I'm sending you radiating love out to you and out to everyone. Join us over on Patreon, book a personal if you'd like to. Follow all of my social medias. Links for everything is in the description box below. But if this is where we leave things, please know that I am sending you so much love, so much peace, so many blessings, and I'll see you soon.